Guys, asa si Gigi?
Ako.
Kasi daw siya.
Oh, hindi siya. Ayun pa daw siya. Eat siya, nuts.
Tayo. Ayun, yun. Oh, gikan. Ganyan ako siguro pa mo. Yung oras mo.
Punta ng passenger yan, pero nag-traffic mo daw, so wala na lang.
Anyways, have you ever gotten sick right when you needed to focus the most? Sore throat, cough, or a flu that suddenly appears before an important exam?
So, bye.
Din, nasa ka?
Mubay, sore throat, mubay. You know, many people suggest that you take natural remedies instead of medicines because lain daw masigig palabi sa tumbal. So, and the common one I know is garlic. But eating raw garlic is like lain, no? Like imagine ikaw ng raw garlic. Like,
Kung gani ba, pero naman ko nakita nga video bitaw sa YouTube na yan gipakita ko saon pag scientific way on how to make garlic beneficial ug lami sad. Pero naman to diri sa akong iPad. Garlic and honey fermentation maguro to. Pero naman to diri ba research done also golden pure of the science behind garlic and honey fermentation bitaw. To diri. Nara.
Today we will go through a biological process called fermentation, specifically garlic honey fermentation, a natural process where microorganisms break down sugars to produce energy without oxygen. This is also known as anaerobic respiration. In our experiment, natural occurring bacteria perform lactic acid fermentation. These bacteria break down sugars from honey and garlic, producing lactic acid fermentation and producing small amounts of energy, which we call ATP. Now that we understand the concept, let's proceed with our experiment.
So for this fermentation experiment, we're going to use the following materials. Firstly, garlic, scientifically known as Allium sativum. Secondly, raw honey produced by honeybees, scientifically called as Apis mellifera. And lastly, a clean glass jar. Garlic has natural microorganisms that help initiate fermentation, while raw honey has sugars that bacteria can metabolize.
Now we peel several cloves of garlic. Garlic carries natural microorganisms that helps the fermentation process.
Next, we place the peeled garlic cloves into the clean glass jar. Using a clean container helps prevent contamination from unwanted microorganisms.
After putting the garlic inside the jar, now we will add the raw honey.
Submerging the garlic helps create an environment suitable for fermentation.
Next, we close the jar loosely. This is very important because fermentation produces carbon dioxide gas, which needs to escape to prevent pressure buildup. And now, the jar is stored at a room temperature. After 2 to 3 days, bubbles begin to appear. These bubbles indicate that fermentation is taking place.
Now let's connect this experiment to cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process in which cells convert glucose into energy called ATP. Normally, cells perform aerobic respiration, which requires oxygen. However, in our fermentation jar, oxygen is limited. So the bacteria performs anaerobic respiration. Although fermentation produces less ATP compared to aerobic respiration, it allows microorganisms to survive in oxygen-limited environments. The lactic acid produced lowers the pH level of the mixture, preserving the garlic and preventing harmful bacteria from growing.
At this stage, Several noticeable changes can be seen in the mixture. Tiny gas pockets are appearing around the cloves, which suggests that microbial activity is ongoing. The liquid has also become less viscous, likely due to chemical interactions between the ingredient and the release of moisture from the cloves themselves.
Additionally, some of the cloves remain beneath the surface while others shift position. This movement can be explained by trapped gases and variations in density within the mixture. Over a longer period, the cloves are expected to settle at the bottom as gas formation decreases and the system gradually reaches more stable state.
Fermented garlic and honey can also be consumed as a natural remedy for coughs and sore throats.
It can also be used as a condiment, a salad dressing ingredient, or a marinade in cooking. Fermentation has been used by many cultures around the world for food preservation and flavor development.
An interesting scientific fact is that garlic contains a compound called alicillin, which has antimicrobial properties. During fermentation, chemical changes occur that may make some nutrients easier for our bodies to absorb. This is one reason fermented foods are often associated with probiotic benefits.
Through this experiment, we have demonstrated a simple fermentation process with garlic and honey.
We observe how microorganism breaks down sugars to produce energy.
This process occurs through anaerobic respiration.
The production of lactic acid also helps preserve food and create new flavors.
This experiment shows us that biology is not just what we read in the textbooks. Altogether, it is what we experience in our life.
Yan, zaman, sabot ka.
Batang tambal eh. Sabot. Batang tambal.
Tao ba namin?
Ano ba?
Ako ba si Gigi?
Gigi?
Mag-film patagbayo.
Mabot na siya niya.
Ano niya?
Mag-film patagbayo na
Abad na lang.
Tulog ko yun.
Katong
3, 2, 1.
Cellular respiration is a process where cells
Sir, gusto ko na ka?
Kailangan. Kailangan. Specifically, that
Take
fermentation.
3, 2, 1.
Today we will go through a go. Labay. Anaerobic respiration.
Lisa!
Labay. Labay, nasa ka? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Today we will go through a biological process called fermentation. Specifically,
Hindi siya ganito.
Although fermentation produces less ATP compared to anaerobic respiration,
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
We observe how microorganism
Altogether, biology is not just a
3, 2, 1.
Through this experiment, we have demonstrated a simple fermentation process with garlic and honey.
Today we will go through a natural process called 3, 2, 1.